when you think of Major Barbara, or you think of George Bernard Shaw, you think, corsets and costumes and everything. But if you look past that, there's a human story being told that everybody can relate to, because it really applies to the world now. It applies to what's happening in Syria. It applies to everything that's happening in the world right now.
We think we've come so far, but for me, it's sort of like you have to wonder why some of these great plays are done over and over and over again, why artistic directors choose to do them, because thematically, they are still speaking to our audiences, because we're still dealing with the same issues: religion, morality, culture, warfare, family relationships, conflict, why we can't be together as a family, why we want to be together as a family. These things are just absolutely timeless. They know no epoch.
Barbara has a very strong belief system in this is the way the world is, this is the way the world should be. She's filled with this incredible joy of having this inner peace, and what happens in the play is that all disappears, and she goes from being naive to having her eyes opened.
Andrew Undershaft's beliefs, and I guess the core beliefs, are based on his life experience. He has lived as a pauper, he has lived as a foundling, quote unquote, and he has come from that. He's had the opportunity to be better, to be a self-made man, with the assistance of the Undershaft tradition.
Well, Stephen, what do you think of the place?
Oh, magnificent. A perfect triumph of modern industry.
And I think Andrew Undershaft is a deeply practical man who just goes, I've lived long enough now that my particular moral code and how I believe it works for me, and I see it as being clean and simple, and it's not complicated. This is how we should deal with the world.
I'm sorry I was called away. News from Manchuria.
Oh, good news, I hope.
Very.
Another Japanese victory.
Oh, I don't know. Which side wins doesn't concern us here.
Somebody who makes bombs, kills people, that's what could be better to save this man and to bring him into my home, which is the Salvation Army. And there's excitement at saying, look, Dad, this is my world, and watch me save souls. And then he takes it all away from me.
I think both of them have a pretty healthy ego, that in as much as they're like, I want to save her soul and she wants to save my soul, and we're all trying to do it, and of course there's great conflict that comes out of that. But ultimately it's about being able to be useful human beings on this earth. We both share such certainty about our belief system and ideas, and we are both, to be clear, changed over the course of the play, because Andrew gained something he wasn't maybe conscious that he was aware that he wanted, and he finds that out. He wants family.
Andrew, you shouldn't have let me see this place.
Why, my dear?
Never mind why, you shouldn't have, that's all.
We started Major Barbara at ACT in San Francisco. I know what that audience felt and how they reacted to the piece, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how the Canadians react. I don't know if it'll be the same, if they'll have the same reactions or not. This is my first time.
What's been great about the Americans and the Canadians coming together to make this play, and the team, the artists, the creative people, and the crew likewise. It's been wonderful to start in San Francisco and now come here to Calgary, because we've had a month to grow the show, and also, Dennis to come back at it and see it with fresh eyes and to tweak and learn about it and see what else we can improve on. We have the knowledge of that already, and now to present it to the Calgarians and see what they dig about the particular story. And I think that probably there's going to be a lot of similarities. As Americans and Canadian artists, as actors are actors, people in the theater, there's no borders, really. Here's the American culture, Canadian culture. We'd celebrate the differences, we'd laugh at it, we'd embrace it, and we go, but at the end of the day, we're just actors doing our job, telling a story.
Nothing is going to happen to you. I don't suppose it would be the end of the world if anything did. A little bit of British pluck is what you want, old chap.
Certain things that, people might not be able to relate to, in terms of like the Salvation Army isn't what it is now, what it was in 1906. It's slightly different, but you can still relate to that story. You can relate to Andrew Undershaft.
These words, these ideas stand the test of time. They hold up. You know, the clothing has changed, but the fundamentals, which is about this relationship, who are you, what are you, why do I need you in my life, what we want and need, spiritual, money, all the different things to survive. Nothing has changed.